So I saw this, and I would typically go run to the store because I saw a can sale and soup 10 for 10. I can't get down with that anymore. So instead of that, I want you to try making your own soup, and I'm going to show you, just because I got the flyer right now, how I want to make my homemade vegetable soup. So in this soup, I am envisioning an asparagus soup with a creamy sauce. Now I'm just creating off the cuff with you right here. So this is what I'm going to use. I have asparagus, 1 pound, and I have the equivalent of that measurement. I don't even know what it is, carrot, zucchini, and we're going to start off with some onion. So in the pan is some onion. We're going to let it go until it gets a little translucent. Okay, so these have cooked for about 5 minutes, and now we're going to add in the carrots, zucchini, and asparagus. I like a little bit of heat, so we're going to add in some crushed red pepper, just about, I would say, a dash. I only have one hand, so I'm going to give a really good hand of this garlic pepper seasoning. So after the garlic pepper, I'm going to give about 12 twists of the garlic sea salt. Next up, I'm creating a cream sauce for this. So this is the 45 calorie toasted coconut almond milk. It's all I have. I don't have any unflavored, unsweetened milk. So use whatever you want. I'm starting off with 1.5 cups. Whether it looks like a soup at the end, we shall see. Then I'm going to add in just a pinch of sea salt and a few grinds of the black pepper, but I only have one hand to do it. Then to thicken the sauce or the milk, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of guar gum. In we go. Now, in the very beginning, when you are making any kind of sauce with a thickener, you really need to stand over it and stir it. I'm not going to make you do that, so I'll come back when it's a little thicker. Y'all, then I was thinking, why not a little shake of some basil leaves? I think that's going to give it a little nice flair. Okay, so while the soup and the cream mixture, soup base, are cooking, we're going to make some burritos to go with that soup. So we're going to start off with 2 burrito shells, vegan cheese, and soy chorizo. So let's start putting the cheese down first. So now I'm just going to take this little container of cheese that stays within my eating plan and spread it out amongst the burrito. Next, I took 1 serving of the Trader Joe's soy chorizo and broke it into 2 for each burrito. And I'm just going to crumble it all over the cheese center. Okay, before I roll these up, I'm going to take some baking spray and spray the air fryer pan. Okay, so rolling it didn't go as planned, so I took a toothpick and inserted it and just folded it in half. Gluten-free stuff ain't as good as you think it is, but it's going to give me the same outcome. So let's make the other one. Okay, so when I folded, toothpick on the outside, give it a little spray if there's anything left. There we go. Now I'm going to put these in the air fryer, probably about 250 degrees for only like 3 minutes. Let's try. Okay, the cream base is definitely a lot thicker. This has been cooking for about 20 minutes. I had it on low because I was doing the other things. Now we're going to add in some of the veggies. My original plan was to take the cream sauce and dump it over the pan of veggies, but then I looked at the cream sauce and I was like, they ain't enough sauce to cover these veggies. So we're going to do it this way. Put the carrots, asparagus, zucchini, and onions in the cream base. So let's give that a whirl and see if that's enough. You know what? I think it could take a few more. So let's put that in there, and it's all going to marinate together. And then you have these leftover veggies to do something extra, maybe for tomorrow night. Okay, extra veggies are there, going to be saved for another meal. We're going to take, oopsies. That's what happens when you do this by yourself. 1 ladle and 2 ladles and just a little bit of the broth. Oh yeah. And we're going to move that off the burner. So here is my version of don't eat this, eat that. Progresso soup, I did it all in a half hour. If you don't want sweetness, don't use coconut almond. Use just a plain, no sugar added. Here is what my soup looks like with simple spices, all veggies, and I didn't do anything to get outside of my vegan world. Now, most people have bread with theirs, and if you know me, butternut squash bread is part of it. I'm having one of the burritos and a small side salad, and that is dinner tonight. This is also gluten-free and vegan. So I'm going to just reiterate, instead of buying processed soups, take the time, chop up some veggies that already were chopped up, except for the asparagus, and make it yourself. Make it yours. It is going to be simply amazing because you made it. Now, again, if you know me, butternut squash is always going to be in the meal. Small side salad, 1 small burrito. All this is in my plan is basically all veggies. So, take care of you. Remember, you only have one life. You need to love it, to honor it. It's yours for life. Bon appetit.